and welcome to tonight's The Bridge Show. We are live in our third season from our basement with our IP studio. So without further ado, let the show begin. And welcome! We are again live from our IP studio in our beautiful HQ here in Oslo, Norway. And we're back for a new season. Did you guys remember what we did for our last season? We ended with a bang, a huge recruitment effort, which got everybody out of the woodwork and to apply for great positions here in Oslo, Norway, in our great team of developers. And, you know, didn't you remember the last episode? Let's give you a short recap. We need to get serious on this recruitment. We now have new orders from Formula 1 from National Rugby League. We desperately need more talented developers. How should we do that?
Don't worry, they'll come. We'll find
We need some serious initiative. What about a huge recruitment effort?
Yeah, we've got a way, don't worry.
And wasn't that a spectacular video? And of course, the absolutely first result is to be able to welcome you to the red chair, Ivar. This is fantastic. And, you know, you've been around.
Yes, my first design was in 1983, so that's been a year.
I would say. What was that design?
It was the PAL encoder for Tiki data, which I actually have here.
Oh boy, isn't that beautiful? So you actually then made all this basically yourself, and it was then, you said the PAL encoder, so that was actually for the display of the computer?
The display of the computer, yeah.
Cool.
So this was my part of that computer, but on later design I made more or less all of the units.
Because the Tiki 100 was the first real computer for Norwegian classrooms.
Yes. Yes.
It was very successful. I believe it was actually exported as well, pretty heavily.
To a few countries at least.
Yeah. No, but this is just, and that's just the start, because we have quite a lot, and you know, we can start with, of course, the Tandberg vision, because, you know, Tandberg, that's a real name.
Yes, I started there in 1987, which was quite a few years after the radio factory was closed down, but it was part of Tandberg.
Because the first thing that I remember from modern Tandberg, if you like, was their picture phone.
Yeah, so together with Telenor, they made a picture telephone where I made the PAL encoder, of course.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. And, you know, that's kind of, this was around 90 something?
Yes.
And now we're in 2021, and you know, video conferencing is you know, it's everywhere. Holy Moses! So we will claim a first here. That's very, very good. But you know, you've done so much. It's a lot of things, because then came the ProMac decoder.
Yeah, the cable decoder for D2 Mac, where I made most of the design, of the hardware design.
So that was basically to then get, you know, satellite signals into cable systems.
Into the cable systems.
The first type of modern headends, if you like.
Yes.
Holy Moses. Well, that's really something. And then, of course, the TSR 500. That was, can we call it the first digital consumer receiver?
Yes,
Or prosumer, maybe?
it was an expensive consumer receiver and partly digital satellite transmission.
Yeah.
So, and that was also developed together with the Norwegian Telenor.
Telenor has been, in the forefront, especially on of course, broadcast, and then came the big, the big kind of thing here, because the TT 1030, is that the first modern all-digital platform for receiving satellite?
The transmission of the video was actually still analog on the
Really?
satellite,
Yeah.
but this was a unit that was made specifically for retransmission. So the unit was placed on all the mountaintops in Norway to distribute the Norwegian TV2.
Exactly. So that's actually how they got their TV network up
Yes.
that kind of fast.
Yes.
Wow. And we're still in the semi-analog days here.
Yes, but quite soon after that, MPEG-2 started taking over this market, and so we made a number of receivers, both for cable TV and for broadcast distribution after that.
And that's a whole line, and that was the introduction of DVB as a standard platform, and I believe I heard some numbers, because Tandberg was one of the absolute biggest players at that particular time.
Yes, specifically on the decoder side,
Yeah.
because we didn't have any MPEG-2 encoder in the company, but we were treated as number one on the decoder side.
Yeah. Oh, but that's just awesome. So I must say, you have an amazing pedigree, and of course we'd like to welcome you to Bridge, where well, we may skip the analog just for, well, we still have support in our VB440 for, 625
Yes.
PAL signals.
That's good.
So we're still there. So Ivar will be helping us with a lot of our groundbreaking new design. So thank you for joining us, Ivar, and welcome.
Thank you.
And what have all this to do with recruitment? I'll tell you, because we have our most significant new developer, Marius, here, and he's going to show us climbing. Holy Moses, I've never secured anybody. Are you nervous? Okay, he's nervous. That's about right. So let the show begin. You feel as much security right now than when you're writing code?
Actually, no. There's so many traps.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a walk in the park.
This is easier.
Yeah.
But I like challenging stuff.
Exactly.
And climbing and coding are both challenging.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. Yeah.
I like it.
It's all about reaching the top.
Oh, listen to that. Reaching the top. I love it. He can do a marketing video. Well, that went like a spider up a wall. Holy Moses. This guy has done it before. Hey, hey, hey. How's it up there?
It's windy.
It's windy.
No.
Holy Moses. He's moving fast, that man. Woo. So was it in such a wall that you suddenly decided to be a software developer?
In software developing, we bang our heads in the wall sometimes.
That's what's happening now, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I say. He's the daredevil of software developers. Whew. I think that's high enough. What do you think?
This is the top.
That's the top. He's at the top. I'm very impressed.
Well, nearly. That's the top.
All right.
We have started our descent.
Yes, you have. Holy Moses. Slowly and carefully.
Nice and steady.
Oh, yeah. So how was it at the top?
It's far down.
I can imagine. Holy Moses. Yeah.
You were looking so small down there.
Well, I say welcome to, Bridge. This obviously is the way to initiate the new guys.
Very reliable systems.
Yes, and reliable systems is the name of the game in both this and the stuff we do. Holy Moses. Oh my God, bravo. Very good.
Great security.
So do you believe it's collaboration between then normal development work and rock climbing?
There's a lot of teamwork,
Yeah,
both in the wall and on the office.
yeah.
We all aim for the top. That's
So-
yeah.
So who's securing you at the office?
That will be Frank.
That will be Frank, yeah.
He is you right now.
Okay, so we'll just say to Frank, he is me right now. Go, Frank. So thank you to Marius there, taking us up for a sharp climb. So boy, oh boy, isn't that great. Welcome, Marius, and of course to you, Frank, which is taking so well care of him. But we have been joined by Kai. Thank you, Kai, for joining us.
Nice to be here.
It's great to have you here. I mean, you are pretty fresh from the print, right?
Yes, I've been here for about a month now.
Oh my God, it feels like you've been here for years, actually.
I feel like I came yesterday.
Well, you came straight into it because I remember that the first thing was a cup of coffee and then you were actually writing code.
Yeah, you just have to jump into the deep water and fight swim, I guess.
And you guys, you will not believe, the results already for a month. Kai is now part of the VB440 team, and you haven't seen anything yet. There's a lot of nice things to come, and you've been writing code for some time, haven't you?
Yeah, for about 5 or 6 years, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, or at least that's when I started in university and figured out that was what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I've done it for 2 years prior to here, professionally.
Yeah.
Working with air traffic control systems.
Well, they're pretty nitty. It just have to work, haven't it?
Yeah, you not room for a lot of error there. I guess.
No, that suits us perfectly. But and you're going to work with also advanced colorimetry for our systems and also some of the deep stuff. But you said something that I really love, and that is the intersection between then the use of the code and the creation of the code.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's kind of maybe the most interesting part about programming is that we really need to create something that is comprehensible for both humans and computers alike, and getting something to be comprehensible for two things that are so different,
Yeah.
Like humans and machines. That is a really interesting exercise.
I like this because again, that is the purpose of the code, to make those machines usable for something sensible for ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, but cool. Oh, I love it. Kai, welcome, I say. And it's not over yet because we have yet another fantastic colleague that has joined us. And he has joined us all the way from Mexico City. And he's coming, no, actually, he's not coming to the red chair, but he has been taped a bit a while before because of the time difference. So, welcome, Rodolfo. So, Rodolfo, welcome to Bridge.
Thank you so much, Simon.
It is great to have you online, and it's great to have you in the company. And you are based in Mexico City, right?
That's correct. I'm living in Mexico City, even that I'm born in the north of the country in a state named Durango, a country state. But, due to the environment in Mexico, everything is centralized in the capital, Mexico City.
Yeah, I can imagine that, that it's important, and you are then in the center of basically, I would say, the center of much of the activities in South America, because again, Mexico City is one of the largest and most important capitals, and you will have then, of course, responsibility for whole of South America.
That's correct. As you mentioned, Simon, there are two big hubs in Latin America.
Yeah.
One is Mexico City, and the other one is Sao Paulo in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly.
And mainly because are the largest capital in terms of populations and terms of territory, but also for the commercial and business activity that both cities represent for the region.
So tell me just a little about yourself, because obviously you've been working in the broadcast industry for many, many years, right?
Yeah, I started long time ago, almost 26, 25 years.
Oh,
I believe my gray hair represents that. Yeah, I studied in engineering in a private university here in Mexico. Probably it's a little bit different than Europe. But in Latin America, private schools are well recognized instead of the public universities. So I started electronics with a specialty in communications. I have a couple of master's degrees. One is a master business degree, and also other in economic administration. So immediately, as soon as I completed my school and my university, I started working in the university campus and network. And let me tell you why, and that was my first introduction to the broadcast. Tecnológico de Monterrey, which is the name of my university, had a satellite network with a broadcast hub. So we have they have 22 campus countrywide.
Wow. And
all the campus had a video conference connection through the satellite network and L-band.
Yeah.
So that was my initial steps in the broadcast environment.
But that is fantastic, and that it rings a bell, because when I was young, my first experience in broadcast was the university campus radio station.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic.
So
now it's another possibility that the campus already offered to us. So, but that was my first experience, as I said, and then suddenly passed through different telecommunication companies. A big one that probably you know, and is well recognized worldwide is Ericsson.
Oh yes,
it's a Swedish company. So I worked almost 8 years in Ericsson. In the telecommunication space, mainly in the telco service providers.
Exactly.
And then moved through another American company named Harris Corporation, which has also a broadcast division. So they manufacture all the transmitters and receivers for the broadcast company. So also it's another experience about the broadcast. And my previous job, besides Bridgetech, was in Samban, that introduced me to the internet and data services. So it's been an experience and a combination of different areas during my professional career. So I started in broadcast in the university, then in the networking in Ericsson, then once again in the broadcast in the IPTV initial thoughts, and then in the internet. So at the end, it's a mix of different areas and experience that provide me a big capabilities in order to we can deliver here in Bridgetech.
Well, we are very, very glad to have you on board. And as you know, we have the plethora of different types of equipment. So, so obviously, we've had satellite equipment for a long, long time, and satellite is still very much alive and kicking. And terrestrial, of course, is in big rebuild in the South American continent. We have, of course, a lot of the OTT equipment for the internet transfer. So I think that you will be technologically, you'll be very, very at home.
Thank you so much. That's the idea. You know, it's funny because the merge of different technologies. Right now, the companies provide different services. So the cellular companies now provide IPTV or OTT services. Exactly. The broadcast companies already provide internet services. So that conversion, it gives you a big opportunity in order to explore different solutions in different market sections. And that's the advantage that BridgeTech has a solution for each one of these market segmentation.
That is so true, and that is the thing. Well, thank you, Rodolfo, for being part of the show today, and because obviously it's early in the morning for you.
Not too early, but good enough.
Well, thank you for that, and I'll let you now go and do the great work that you are doing for us every day. And please, you know, have a fantastic day, and don't be too sure. You may be on the show before you know it again.
Absolutely, and that's the idea. And thank you so much for the opportunity to collaborate with the BridgeTech team in order to be part of the success group.
Thank you,
Thank
Rodolfo.
you so much, Simon.
Bye.
Take care. That's all. Hasta luego.
So beautiful to see our new colleague in Mexico City there. Thank you for joining us, Rodolfo. And thank you, Kai, for again joining the Bridge Show. This was it, folks. We'll be back next Tuesday with even more groundbreaking news here from our IP-based live studio in the basement of our HQ in Oslo, Norway. So, before I bid you farewell and urge you to tune in next Tuesday for more exciting news, I will then finish off with the ending on that beautiful summer day we recorded this beautiful recruitment video. Until we see you guys again.